What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Collect and Connect Rebirth Lex Luthor in Superman armor. Here we do have Lex fully assembled. The 4 figures you need for Lex are Vixen, Gaslight Batman, the Ray, and Wonder Woman. Once you have all 4 figures, you can put together your very own Lex Luthor in Superman armor. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him off the stand, and then we'll have a better look at the figure. So stay tuned, everyone. So here we have Lex Luthor posed, fully assembled, and off the stand. Now Lex Luthor here doesn't come with any accessories per se, but he does come with 2 alternate accessories that you can actually create Lord of Apocalypse Lex Luthor. If you collected the Walmart exclusive Spoiler and Harley Quinn, he comes with an alternate head, as well as a mother box. Right now we'll just be having a look at Lex Luthor in the super armor, and I have to say he's a pretty good figure. I guess you can count his cape as an accessory, but he wears a cape all the time, so I really wouldn't count it. It's part of his costume. So with that out of the way, let's have a closer look at Super Lex. And so here we have a closer look at Lex Luthor, and I have to say, probably the best face for Lex Luthor we have ever gotten from Mattel. I know the Jesse Eisenberg one looked like Jesse Eisenberg, but this looks like comic book Lex, and I'm really, really happy with the way it came out. There's just something about the way they sculpted this head that it just screams Lex Luthor, like there's nobody else it could be. But I really do like it. It really does have that sinister charm that Lex Luthor has in the comics. So really, really glad that it looks really good. You can see the eyebrows are painted really well. They're a little bit glossy for my taste, but overall the paint job on them is really well done. And they just did a good job with the lips and the eyes. This is such a really nice figure to look at, especially the Lex Luthor head. Going down to his costume. Now this is the Rebirth Lex Luthor, so he is wearing the super armor. You can see he has the S shield right here, which is done really, really well. It looks a lot like the New 52 Superman because that's pretty much where he got the S symbol from. Something to point out is that he is missing the S on his cape. There should be a black S symbol because this is the New 52 Superman cape that he is wearing. And I'm kind of surprised they left that out. So let's take his cape off really fast so we can have a look at the back part of his armor. Everything on this figure is sculpted wonderfully. There's a lot of things to notice and a lot of things to like about him, like how the red just is really clean going all the way around. I think there's only like one tiny little spot right here and right here where the paint is a little bit sloppy. But other than that, it's clean. That's something you really don't see from Mattel, is that it's really clean and crisp. Going on to the rest of his costume, you can see all this texturing right here. You can see he even has an undersuit which is really well sculpted. The paint on his arms, once again, really done well. A little bit of paint chipping right here on the elbow, but that's perfectly okay with me. It's not like you're going to be looking at that all the time. Gauntlets are done with a really nice vibrant red. I love the blues and the reds, how they just match and look so good together. Both arms are done really well, with the exception of that one little spot there. Again, you can see more of his undersuit sculpted right there. One thing I will point out is that they didn't paint this part of his uniform. You can see it continues going down here. There's just this little tiny part that they didn't paint the darker blue. It's not that noticeable, but it is something to take into consideration. And then we also do have a little bit more red paint right there, but overall it's just a tiny little splotch. Looking at his what are they? The thigh guards, they look really, really good. You can see more sculpting detailing right there. You can see all the smooth blue armor. It looks really fantastic. More undersuit sculpt right here. Knee pads done really, really well. The boots are sculpted pretty good. You can see the red is once again clean. There's really no paint issues I have with mine. Nothing major anyway. There's like tiny things here and there, but overall, such a superb figure, and I really think Mattel knocked it out of the park with this. This is probably my favorite Lex Luthor that I own. So now that we have his details out of the way, let's actually get him compared to a few other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Lex Luthor posed next to DC Multiverse Superman and a Marvel Legends Cyclops. Here we have Super Lex posed next to a DC Universe Classic Superman and a DC Superheroes Lex Luthor. Here we have Super Lex posed next to the Collect and Connect Trench Warrior. And finally, here we have Lex Luthor posed next to the Collect and Connect Clayface. So with the comparisons out of the way, you can see he's a standard 6-inch figure. He's not an overly sized Collect and Connect, but I'm okay with it. Moving on to his articulation. Now he does have a ball jointed head. He can look up about that far. He can look down, and he can look straight. Now I do like the fact that he has a hinge in the neck. He can actually look up and down really, really well, so I really do like that. He has a swivel at the neck. His arms are a little bit hindered. His arms do go all the way out to about there. Go up only to about there because the armor does get in the way, and then they go back about that far. He has a bicep swivel, which works pretty well. Single bend in the elbow. And then he has a wrist swivel. However, the gauntlet does prevent some of the articulation, so it's a little bit hindered there. He has an ab crunch, which goes back only to about that far. Goes forward about that far. Now, he does have a waist swivel. Unfortunately, mine is stuck. I can't get that joint to move. I don't know what's wrong. I think it might be paint stuck, but there should be a waist swivel right there. Legs go forward to about there. Go back that far. Go out all the way to the side, so really nice. Swivel at the thigh. Double bend in the knee. Hinge in the ankle, which goes back. And doesn't go forward all too well, but we have forward-facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, really love this figure. He came out better than I anticipated. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. So here we have Super Lex posed for my final thoughts. Overall, even though he's not a giant Collect and Connect figure, I'm perfectly okay with this, seeing as how he is loaded with sculpted detailing, and the paint apps on him are superb. This is probably the must-have Lex Luthor figure, especially if you want a really good Lex head and you're really good at swapping parts. The head is probably what makes this figure great. Other than the cape being rubber, which I'm perfectly okay with, I can see some people wanting soft goods, but I think the rubber cape actually adds more to the dynamicness of this figure. Now, if you are looking to complete your very own Rebirth Lex Luthor, he is the Collect and Connect in this series, so you do have to collect the other 4 figures, which are Vixen, Gaslight Batman, The Ray, and Wonder Woman. All figures are good, but I think this Lex Luthor makes it that much more of a must-have figure. Now, I do have to thank the good folks at Black Sheep Comics for getting this out to me so I could review it for you guys. If you are looking for the Super Lex wave, they are starting to hit Walmart and Targets right now, and of course check your local comic book stores. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.